Hello everyone, you are watching the channel Incredible Facts. In addition to combat aircraft and helicopters, military aviation also includes special purpose aircraft. They are used for radar detection, target designation, patrolling, aerial refueling, and other purposes. Today we have a selection of the 10 best special operations aircraft in the world. A-50. This aircraft was designed on the basis of military transport IL-76MD at the Bereave Aircraft Research and Development Center in Taganrog. A-50 can be used for detection and tracking of air targets and surface ships, notifying command posts of automated control systems of branches of the armed forces about air and surface situations, and can be used for fighter and attack aviation aircraft control when aiming them at land, air, and sea targets, as well as serve as an air command post. The aircraft is equipped with the Bumblebee radio system, which includes radar, state identification equipment, an information processing system, and its visualization at the workplace of the tactical crew, the system of digital noise-protected communication with on-ground and ship stations, as well as with cooperating aircraft. The range of transmitting information via radio lines varies from 218 to 1,240 miles, 350 to 2,000 kilometers, depending on the chosen radio waveband. When operating at greater distances from the command post, satellite communications are used to transmit data. S100B Argus. In November 1997, the Swedish Air Force got its first batch of 4 S100B Argus aircraft of the FSR 890 long-range radar detection system. The core of this equipment is a multifunctional radar station operating in the 10 cm wavelength range, which has a two-way active phased antenna array. The station, with its operation modes controlled from ground stations, is capable of detecting more than 100 air and ground surface targets. The aircraft crew consists of pilots and 4 operators. Patrol altitude is 6,560 to 19,680 feet, 2,000 to 6,000 meters. If the patrol area is 111 miles, 180 kilometers away from the base airfield, watch time, with additional fuel breaks, can be up to 9 hours. During the demonstration flights, the PS-890 Ericsson Erie radar was able to detect low-altitude air targets at ranges up to 249 miles, 400 kilometers, and ground surface targets up to 187 miles, 300 kilometers. IL-78. The IL-78 was developed for aerial refueling of military aircraft, mainly to enlarge their operational range. Moreover, aerial refueling of combat aircraft makes it possible to take on board more combat loads or to significantly increase the duration of aerial patrolling. IL-78 was created in the early 80s, and its testing was conducted in 1983. The standard aerial fuel transfer options include refueling 1 heavy bomber aircraft from the under-fuselage outboard unit or 2 fighter aircraft from under-wing units. However, simultaneous refueling of 3 fighter aircraft using all 3 refueling units is also possible. At the distance of 620 miles, 1,000 kilometers from its basing airfield, the tanker can transfer 132,000 to 143,000 pounds, 60,000 to 65,000 kilograms of fuel to other aircraft. At a distance of 1,550 miles, 2,500 kilometers, these capacities decrease to 70,500 to 79,300 pounds, 32,000 to 36,000 kilograms. Depending on the selected refueling mode, the fuel dispensing capacity ranges from 900 to 2,200 liters per minute. YAL-1A ABL. The YAL-1A is a laser weapon carrying aircraft developed jointly by the U.S. Air Force Research Laboratory and the ABL Consortium of Boeing, TRW, and Lockheed Martin to destroy tactical ballistic missiles. The core of the complex consists of a modular oxygen iodine laser, output power of several megawatts. According to American experts, it has an estimated range of 249 miles, 400 kilometers, and a supply of chemical reagents providing radiation generation should be enough to perform 40 ballistic missile interceptions, each of which takes 3 to 5 seconds. On March 29, 2002, high-power laser tests were successfully completed. The first flight of the YAL-1A took place on July 18, 2002. The aircraft took off from the Boeing Flight Line Test Area in Wichita. E-2 Hawkeye. In the late 50s, the Grumman Company launched the design of a new deck-mounted long-range radar detection aircraft with turboprop engines and a new multifunctional onboard electronic detection, information processing, navigation, and control system. The experimental aircraft, which was designed the E-2 Hawkeye, performed its first flight in October 1960. Hawkeye can control the airspace with a radius of 187 miles, 300 kilometers, find and classify targets, as well as guide interceptor fighters to them. Taking into account the combat experience, an improved modification of E-2C with more powerful engines and improved avionics was created in 1971. According to Grumman, the E-2C is capable of operating 3 squadrons of interceptors, and the radar can detect and track up to 300 targets simultaneously. The range of target detection, depending on its size and environmental conditions, ranges from 167 to 460 miles, 270 to 740 kilometers. E-3 Sentry. The United States established requirements for an airborne long-range radar target detection and targeting system for interceptor aircraft in the 1960s. The Boeing E-3 Sentry aircraft is a flexible, interface-resistant mobile surveillance radar station and command, communications, and coordination center inside the well-proven Boeing 707 airframe. In addition to its high and low-altitude long-range airspace surveillance capabilities, the aircraft provides all-weather target detection, identification, and tracking of targets across all types of terrain. These aircraft can be used to control all aviation forces involved in enemy interdiction, blocking and isolation, reconnaissance and strike, and air support for air transport and ground troops. The data processing subsystem provides sustained tracking of up to 100 targets simultaneously. Bomber-type aircraft can be detected at a range of 323 miles, 520 kilometers. Low-flying small targets can be detected at a range of up to 249 miles, 400 kilometers, and over-the-horizon targets up to 403 miles, 650 kilometers from the aircraft. KC-135 Strato tanker. When Boeing designed its Model 367-80-80 aircraft, which served as a prototype for the KC-135 Strato tanker, it was initially intended to be used as a tanker aircraft. Currently, it is in service with the U.S. Air Force and several other countries with 3 versions of the air tanker: A, R, and E. Production of the KC-135A tanker aircraft was launched in 1956. The aircraft was originally intended to increase the range of the B-52 Strato Fortress strategic bombers. In total, more than 730 aircraft of this type were produced. The in-fuselage and wing tanks of the KC-135A tanker aircraft can hold up to 189,700 pounds, 86,000 kilograms of fuel, and the maximum capacity for refueling is 95,000 pounds, 43,500 kilograms. The aircraft is equipped with an in-flight refueling system using a telescopic stick up to 14.3 meters long. The system has the ability to refuel only one aircraft, which is considered insufficient in today's conditions. P-3 Orion. The Orion is a coastal patrol aircraft. It was developed on the basis of the Lockheed L-188 Electra and basically is its military modification. The largest number of these aircraft are in service in the U.S. Navy and the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force. It was produced in the U.S. and Japan. The anti-submarine equipment consisted of radio acoustic systems, JULI, using explosive sound source as an acoustic energy source and then receiving signals reflected off the target, Jezebel, using passive low-frequency buoys. There was also an aviation magnetometer, an atmospheric exhaust detection indicator from working submarine diesel engines sniffer, as well as 2 radars. It was possible to hang 4 or, according to other data, 8 anti-submarine self-guided torpedoes, deep sea bombs, and other means of destruction. KC10 Extender. The KC10 Extender is an American refueling aircraft developed on the basis of the DC-10 civilian airliner. It is in service with the U.S. Air Force along with the older KC-135. The Dutch Air Force has 2 KDC-10s in service, which are converted DC-10s. The special feature of this tanker aircraft is that, besides fuel, it can carry a significant amount of loads. It has a cargo compartment of 305 square meters in the upper part of the fuselage to place them. It can carry about 169,750 pounds, 77 tons, of cargo, and up to 80 people. There are 7 fuselage tanks with a total capacity of 117,500 pounds, 53.3 tons, under the cargo cabin. Together with wing fuel tanks, the aircraft can take on board 356,000 pounds, 161.5 tons of fuel. For air fuel transfer, the aircraft is equipped with a 17-meter-long telescopic tube, refueling aggregate with the flexible hose in the rail section of the fuselage on the right side of the refueling tube, and 2 container refueling aggregates with flexible hoses. 2 or 3 airplanes can be refueled simultaneously this way. EMB-145 Erie. The EMB-145 Erie is a long-range radar detection aircraft developed by the Brazilian company Embraer on the basis of the ERJ-145 civilian transport aircraft using the Swedish Erie Pulse Doppler active phase radar from Ericsson Microwave Systems. The aircraft is designed for the Swedish, Brazilian, and Greek air forces. EMB-145 performed its first flight on May 22, 1999. The aircraft was designed to control and guide air defense fighters, flight control, electronic surveillance, border and economic zone patrols, detect illegal activity, and assist in search and rescue operations. The 360-degree Erie radar has a maximum target detection range of 279 miles, 450 kilometers, and a typical fighter target detection range of 218 miles, 350 kilometers. That's all, friends. Thanks for watching. Write in the comments which of these aircraft you like the most. Also, click the like button and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any new interesting videos.